Hello, hello. Welcome to Verblum. Hi there, I'm Teacher Oakley. Hello. In today's class, we are going to look at idioms. And we're going to look at idioms which are derived from a couple of sports. One all-American sport, baseball, as well as boxing. As we look at these idioms, I'm going to do a screen share. We're also going to talk about how this is derived from the sport. So we're also going to be learning a little bit about these two sports. If you are interested in learning a little bit more or about how these sports work, please don't be shy about asking questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions as we go along about the sports or about the idioms. As well, I will attempt to remember any other idioms that we use for the same purpose, as well as try to explain what situations these idioms are typically used in. Okay, Mustafa stepped out for a moment, I guess, so let me welcome Max. Hello, Max.
Hello, okay.
How are you?
How are you? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, good, good. I'm okay. I'm tired, but I'm doing okay. Hello, Nacho. How are you this whatever morning, evening, afternoon? Nacho, are you there? Nacho, I'm not hearing you. So if I don't know, do what you have to do there. Hopefully he'll come back. Okay. Let's see if it works this time. Nacho, are you there?
Yes, hello.
There we
I've
go.
had some problems to connect, but at third time I think it's correct.
Yeah. Well, you're good now. You're loud and clear. How have you
Okay.
been? Good to see
I've
you
been
again.
well.
Good.
Been well. Good weather here now, sunny day after a lot of days raining.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Okay, welcome to the class. And I also want to welcome Aladdin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm I'm doing okay. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay. Anyway, nice to have you with us. Welcome to
Well,
the class.
thank you.
And Min has joined us this evening where I
Yes.
am anyway. Hi, Min.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Nice to see you. And looks like Mustafa's back as well. Hi, hey there, Mustafa. How are you? Yeah, Mustafa. Hello. Uh-oh. No. Yeah, exactly. No. Can't hear you. No audio. Hopefully you can fix that up. All right. We'll see you in a sec. Okay. Okie doke. Let's get started. The rest of us. I'm gonna. This isn't my typical idioms class. I'm not using my typical. You guys may have joined me for other idioms classes. Don't have my usual type of materials. A little bit different because there's a reason for that. Because I'm going to try to explain to you guys a little bit about these sports as we're looking at the idioms as well. Mustafa, I believe you're mic'd. Yeah, there you go. The volume's a little low, but I can hear you.
No.
Okay. Oh, that's better. All right, cool. Good. Anyway, welcome. Nader has also joined us. Hello, Nader. Howdy, howdy. Hello. And Also, Aldona is with us again.
Yes.
Hey, how
Hello,
are you?
teacher. Hello. I'm fine, thank you. I hope you too.
Thanks. I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'll manage. Um, okay, I'm gonna switch right over right off the bat here to the group chat box because when I do idioms classes, I tend to use that a lot. So Verblink box is not allowing me to scroll down. So everyone, if you want to click on that blue box in the left-hand corner, right off the bat. Yeah, did I say that? Wow, look at that. I didn't even realize I did that. I used a baseball idiom before I even realized I was doing it, completely unconsciously. Okay, right off the bat means immediately, like the way a baseball pops off the bat when it's hit. Very quickly, right off the bat, immediately. Okay. All right, so we're going right over to the group chat right off the bat. Okay, cool. And Old has joined us. Hi, Old.
Yeah, how are you?
Hi, good. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Yeah.
Cool. Cool beans. Okay. Anyway, let's get going here. All right. We're jumping right into it. And again, I encourage anybody who's unfamiliar with the term, I welcome questions about the idioms as well as questions about the game or the sport we're looking at. All right, we're going to start with some common expressions from baseball. Someone who is on the ball, and I will highlight the idiom, is intelligent and able to do a good job. All right, now here's the tricky part. Mustafa, why do you think, how does that idiom get derived? What does that mean if a baseball player is on the ball?
I don't have any idea.
You don't have any idea?
Any idea?
None at all.
No.
Okay. In baseball, all right, you have 9 men out in a field, and somebody's trying to hit the ball as hard as they can. You have no idea where that ball is going to go. The player hitting the ball doesn't know where the ball is going to go. So you have to be on the ball, meaning you have to be ready for that ball to come at you or anywhere near you every second. You don't know, you see the pitch, you know when he's going to hit the ball, but you have to be focused on the ball at all times.
Okay.
So that's the idea. So someone who's on the ball idiomatically is really focused. Not only, okay, intelligent and able to do a good job, but really it's all about focusing, just like a baseball player must be extremely focused because that ball comes fast, all right? They pitch at anywhere from 80 to 100 miles per hour, all right? So you're talking about 120 to 140 kilometers per hour, and the ball comes back faster. So you've got to be on the ball. Okay, our next one. A person who threw a curveball did something unexpected. Okay, so the idiomatic part here is throw a curveball. Max, let me throw you a curveball. And
Yeah,
what do you think?
actually,
What do you think? What do you think a curveball is?
It's like to ask in this situation, you try to ask me hard question.
No, when I'm
Maybe.
asking you guys, I'm kind of explaining the idiom. Then I'm trying to get you to explain back to me what it is in baseball. See if you can guess. So what is an actual curveball in baseball?
Curveball, it's when it's not a line, but it's
Okay.
Curve.
Curved. Yeah.
Yeah, curve.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think you got the idea. The pitcher throws the ball. All right, towards the batter. The catcher catches it. When the pitcher throws the ball, there are many types of pitches. Fastball, very fast and straight. Off-speed pitch, which it looks like it's fast, but it's actually slow. A curveball has a spin on it that actually makes the ball curve. It doesn't go in a straight, direct, plumb line. It actually makes a curve one way or the other. It may curve and I come back even. Okay, so a curveball is an unexpected pitch. The ball, both, you don't expect the pitcher to throw it because they don't tend to use those balls very much, and as well, you don't expect the ball to move, and it moves a lot. It can move like a whole meter from where it appears to be going. Yeah.
What do you think? It's possible to shot a curve bullet?
To shoot a curved bullet? Wasn't that in a
Yeah.
movie? Wasn't it? Yeah. What was that
I
movie?
think it's
Wanted?
impossible. Impossible.
Yeah. It looks cool in the movies, though, right?
Yeah.
Looks really cool in the movies. Especially the part where she shoots the bullet and the bullet goes around in a circle and kills everyone. Wow. Yeah. No, probably not possible. Okay. All right, throw a curveball. It's to do something very unexpected. Actually, Nader brings up 2 points, but first he mentioned a boomerang. Actually, we use boomerang as an idiomatic or a metaphoric expression as well. If something boomerangs on you, okay, you're trying to do something hostile. You're trying to do something against someone else, but it boomerangs and it affects you negatively. So his plot to take over the company boomeranged, and he ended up getting fired, for example. Okay, so yeah, that one also. Yeah, the bullet that killed JFK is often called the magic bullet. He falls in the hole he dug. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, an Arabic expression. He falls in the hole he dug. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, moving on. Next one. Nacho. Someone who steps up to the plate.
Someone who steps up to the plate.
Yeah. He's ready to do his or her job. Okay, or it can mean somebody steps up to the plate. It can mean idiomatically that they volunteer to do something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in baseball, in the actual game of baseball, what does that mean? Somebody steps up to the plate. Do you have any idea?
I don't have any idea. Maybe I can guess that it's talking about someone who's waiting for waiting to the catcher to take the ball and start running. Or no.
Okay. Before you can start running, you have to hit the ball.
Yeah.
But the hitter stands at the plate. You're right. I think you got it. The hitter stands next to the plate. The plate, the pitch must be over the plate to be a strike. Okay. So the hitter steps up to the plate. They have to be ready to do their job and hit the ball. Okay, so if you step up to the plate, you volunteer, you step forward. A hitter literally stands outside the box and steps into the batter's box to show he's prepared and ready to hit. If he can step out of the batter's box, and then the pitcher's not allowed to pitch the ball. So if you literally take a step up to the plate when it's time to hit. Okay. All right. And I don't know why I'm reading these. I should have you guys reading these. Let me quickly say hello to Heidi. Welcome to the class, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Okay. Next one. Can I have Min? Min, can you read this? The one I've highlighted here.
Yes. Pinch hitter take the place of someone else at a job or activity.
Okay. A pinch hitter.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and this is used idiomatically, or even I might say metaphorically, a lot. Someone who's doing something in place of someone else. Oh, Mary got sick at the last minute and can't deliver the presentation. So, Bob, can you step up to the plate as a pinch hitter? This would be, those two actually idioms would go together very nicely in that situation. So, Min, what do you think a pinch hitter is in baseball?
A pinch hitter is the man who hit the ball.
Yes, he's a hitter. Anybody who's a hitter hits the ball. That's right, and everybody takes a turn trying to hit the ball. But from the idiomatic expression, it's just like a substitute. Okay, pinch hitter in baseball in the actual game is a substitute. Okay, like in football, you have a substitute. Someone comes in off the bench, someone sits down. Same thing, a pinch hitter. Someone sits down and someone else tries, a better hitter usually takes his place. So it's like a substitute. Okay? All right. Next one. Midair, what do you think? A person who strikes out or goes down swinging, there's two separate idioms here. Idiomatically or metaphorically, we definitely use strikes out, or goes down swinging. Attempts something but fails. A hitter who misses the ball. Yeah, in baseball, in the actual game, if you strike out, this means that the pitcher has thrown 3 balls past you that you were unable to hit. Now the ball the pitcher's throwing must go over home plate, and it must be between the knees and the shoulders of the hitter. That's called the strike zone. If it's outside the strike zone, then it's a ball. If the hitter gets 4 balls, he just walks. He literally walks to first base. He doesn't need to run. Well, usually they jog in a kind of fancy athletic way, but anyway, that's called a walk, and he's allowed a free base. He's allowed to move forward to the first base. So, yes, Nader is perfectly correct. A hitter who misses the ball 3 times. Slight difference. These are very, very similar, but idiomatically, goes down swinging has, he went down swinging. To tell you the truth, I don't know if this is a baseball idiom or a boxing idiom, because the idea is that he went down fighting. He was fighting to the very end. He went down swinging. He was still trying to win, even though he was losing. He never stopped trying. A person strikes out, it just basically means he failed. The idiom to strike out is often used, most commonly used, for, to be blunt, when a male is trying to pick up a female, or trying to get a female to go out on a date with him. He'll ask her out. She says no. Oh, he struck out. Very common. Okay. Aldona, Okay, well, actually, let's skip this one. This one is very much the same. When somebody strikes out, we may reply to him, well, 3 strikes and you're out. That's it. As I just explained, you get 3 strikes, you go sit down. You're done. So when somebody fails, a third person may say, all right, well, 3 strikes, you're out. Or, Nadir is perfectly correct. That was your last strike. That would be common for like a boss to say, you're late again to work? All right, that was your last strike. You're out of here. You're fired. Be common in that situation. Yes, very much related. Okay, let's look at the next one. Different idea here. Aldona, can you read this one?
Yes, but someone who hit a home run or hit it out of the park did something extremely well.
Okay. And, okay, 2 separate idioms here. Oh, you hit a home run with that presentation, Aldona. Nice. The client signed for $1 million a year. Woo, you really hit it out of the park. Great job. You nailed it. I mean, we have a few different idiomatic expressions for this. Okay, so Aldona, you have any idea what does it mean in baseball if you hit a home run? And keep in mind that these are very closely related in idiomatic terms. Go ahead.
Well, it would be unexpected hit, not very, very, very good one.
Well, actually, no.
Oh, thanks.
Well, it's always unexpected. You're not entirely right. Nobody expects a home run, which is what makes it exciting. You just can't predict a home run. Very, very famously, maybe the best player ever, once Babe Ruth, a man named Babe Ruth, pointed over to left field dramatically as he had 2 strikes on him and stepped up to the plate and nailed a home run out of the park in left field. He extremely famously was able to predict his own home run, because that just doesn't ever happen. That's next to impossible. A home run, Aldona, is a very, very good thing in baseball. Good for the team that hits one. This means literally the ball goes out of the park. Literally, if the ball is in the park, it can be played by the defense. If the ball goes out of the park and it's fair, it's not out of bounds. If it's a fair ball, it's automatically 1 run plus every base runner you have. So it could be up to 4 runs. If you have, there are home plate and then first base, second base, third base. If you have a man on first, second, and third and you hit a home run, that is called grand slam. And we also use this term to mean something very, very good. Wow, a grand slam. Great. A grand slam is when you're successful, but in more than one thing at a time. Oh my, you hit a grand slam. You signed the client, you got a promotion, and the client wants you to take a vacation with him in Hawaii. Wow, grand slam. Great job. Okay, so this is a good thing, very positive. Hit a home run or hit it out of the park. You did very, very well. Okay. Very funny. Well, since I already demonstrated this one at the beginning of class, sometimes I have to give information quickly without time to think it over, as I did when we started. Then I would say something right off the bat without thinking about it immediately, quickly. Yeah, I demonstrated that one. Okay. Mustafa, can you read this next one?
If someone is doing an extremely good job and is very successful, you might say he or she is batting 1,000.
Okay. That's a very good explanation of the idiomatic meaning. means they're consistently over time doing a good job, not one time. One time you do a good job, you hit a home run. But consistently over time, then you say he or she is batting 1,000. Hang on, Nader. I'll get to that. Mustafa, what do you have any idea what that means? Batting 1,000 in real baseball.
1,000 points?
Good guess, but no.
I don't know.
It's first of all, it's just ridiculously impossible. What it means is out of 1,000 chances, you have hit the ball 1,000 times, which of course is ridiculous. You would have to be perfect, absolutely perfect. In real life baseball, an extremely good batter bats 300. So 3 times out of 10, he hits the ball and gets on base. That's very good. That's a very decent player. A very few in the 100 and whatever, however many years it's been, 115, 125 years of baseball, professional baseball, maybe 12 guys ever have hit 400. So that's extremely good. Hitting 1,000 is completely impossible. So what they do is they count up literally 1,000 times at bat, and how many times you hit it, that's your percentage. That's called your batting average. So that's what they're talking about here, batting average. Okay, Nader, to answer your question, does the idiom "don't do the home run dance" or home run trot? Home run trot, yeah, they tend to run in a very, I don't know, show-offy, look at me, I hit a home run. Okay, don't do the home run trot yet. Is it common? No. Yeah, well, I certainly know what it means immediately. It's not really common, but it's common enough so I know exactly what it is. Yeah, don't celebrate too early. Very similar to don't count your chickens before they hatch. Exactly. Oh, don't start. And since you mention it, I have to share an idiom which is used in all sports in America all the time. I wonder if anybody's heard this. It's not over until the fat lady sings. Anybody heard of that one before? You guys hear of that one?
No.
Really? Oh, wow. This is like super American culture. Yeah, very common. No? Anybody? Has anybody heard that one before? It's not over until it's over. Yeah, that's a variation of it. Okay, it's not over until the fat lady sings. Yeah. The idea is they don't actually do this anymore, but they still, when in even modern day baseball, you go to a professional baseball game, before the game starts, someone will sing the national anthem. Everybody stands up, takes their hat off, and one person out on the field will sing the national anthem, and the crowd will sing. Okay. It used to be no. Okay, I'm sorry. That's a totally separate thing. Actually, this idiom is used for sports, but it comes from the opera. I'm sorry, the whole thing about the singing at the ballpark. Never mind that. Actually, this is from opera. Because always at the end of an opera, some fat lady, the main singer, the diva, will finish, usually, often, I guess, will sing an aria at the end of the opera. Okay, so we know the opera's not over until the fat lady sings. There you go. All right, Max just got it there. All right. There we go. There she is. Excellent. That's the idea. It's over. That's it. Thank you, Max. All right, that's the idea right there. This is a very common idiom or expression which is used in baseball and well, every sport, frankly. Very common to hear that talking about sports. Okay, moving on. Max, can you read this one?
Yeah, sure. If I say I want to touch base with you, I will talk to you from time to time about something we plan to do.
Or at least once. It may mean from time to time, or it may mean I simply mean I need to talk to you and confirm information. Okay, that's actually better, to confirm information. So, what does that mean in baseball? Can you guess?
It's hard to guess. Touch base. Maybe in baseball we have first, second, and third base, and
That's right.
yeah, I'm not familiar with these rules, and
Right. Okay. Well, let me explain one rule.
yeah,
If
okay.
if you're a runner and you're on base, you have to run to first, to second, to third, and then home, and then your team scores a point. If ever the other team touches you with the ball and you are not touching one of these bases, these are physical square objects on the ground. If you're not touching the base and the ball touches you, you're out. You go sit down. You're done. So frequently you will see the runners go back and touch base to make sure they keep checking or confirming that they're okay. I'm not out yet. Base is a safe area. Exactly. That's it. Nader pegged it. Base is basically safe. You're safe as long as you're touching base. Nobody can make you go sit down. In other words, you can't be out. So the players will over and over again go back to and touch base whenever there's the remotest chance that they could be picked off, or somebody could throw the ball at a player near them and they could be tagged out. Right. That's exactly. That's why you need to cover your bases. Okay. Make sure you cover your bases so that exactly. It's like covering your safe areas. All right. Really? You use it in Spanish? Oh! You don't sell the bears.
They are about bears.
Yeah. Okay. That's so much more rough than chickens. Yeah.
There's no cracks in Spain.
So much more manly. Okay. Nacho, can you read this next one?
Okay. I might say I touched all the bases if I did what is necessary to complete a job or activity.
Okay, and that's a pretty good explanation. You touch all the bases. You were thorough. You were careful and thorough, and you did everything. So if you touch all the bases in the game of baseball, what do you think that means?
I think that you start running and you go to the first base, touch it, and continue to the second and then to the third.
And then home.
And then home.
Right. There's really two kind of connotations to this phrase. If you touch all the bases, because what happens in the real game of baseball, and this happens extremely rarely, but it does happen. Somebody will hit a home run, for example, and they'll be very excited because, oh yeah, I scored and it's exciting and all that. So they'll do their home run trot. They'll start running around the bases and they'll space out. They'll forget to touch one of the bases. They literally miss it with their foot. And they run around and they go to home plate and they're doing their trot. their little dance. They feel good. And somebody throws the ball at the catcher tags them, and they're out. What? Everybody's shocked. Big argument. The umpire says you did not touch second base. So you need to be thorough. You need to touch all the bases. It can also mean extremely similar to hit a home run or hit it out of the park. Because if you touch all the bases, that means you have, in fact, hit a home run. You've gone all the way around. You're successful. Like that. Okay, next one. All right. Nader, there you go. If I covered my bases, I was well prepared. All right, as you were saying, I believe. Okay. So, yeah, you cover your bases. Actually, you cover your bases is slightly different than touching all the bases. That means you were thorough. If you cover your bases, there's more an element or an idea that you're doing something in a defensive way. Okay? Touching all the bases is more like offense. Covering the bases is more about how in baseball the defensive players need to cover the bases. By the way, sometimes called the bag. Anyway, they need to cover it. So if the runner wanders off away from the base, that they can get him out. So it's a defensive maneuver. So if you're covering your bases, you're protecting yourself. Right. Don't leave a hole. Don't leave a weakness. Cover your bases. Make sure that you're protected from all sides and nothing unexpected happens and ruins your plan or your plot or whatever. That's it. You got it. Very good. All right. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is a good one. Mustafa? Oh, okay. Can you read this one?
However, someone who is way off base did something wrong, or maybe even dishonest or immoral.
Okay. Idiomatically, it could mean that, or it could mean that you're coming to a conclusion that's completely wrong. What? You think Robert is having an affair with Mary? Are you crazy? Robert's gay. You're way off base. Okay. Completely wrong. Like that. So, if you're I think we've already covered this, but Mustafa, if you're way off base, do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing in the real game of baseball?
Bad thing.
Yeah, you're going to be very easy to get out, or in baseball talk, to pick off. If you get a runner out, he's already made it to first safely. If you get him out while he's on the bases, you pick him off. So yeah, you're asking to be picked off. It's a very bad thing. It's people, yeah. The fans get upset. Max, sorry.
If I'm way off base, how you can pick me off?
Because the bases are safety. So if
if I away of base,
yeah.
What do you need to do to?
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a very typical scenario. Somebody makes it to first base. Either they get a hit or they walk to first base because the pitcher threw 4 balls.
Okay.
They're on first base. Okay? And of course, you want to progress second, third, and home. Very common strategy is to try to steal second base. So what they do is they take a lead. The game of baseball is very, very fast. So you try to take a few steps towards second base. If you're way off base, the pitcher can he's pretending to get ready to pitch, he can throw the ball to first base. The first baseman has the ball. He's on the base. You're running back to try to touch base, and he hits you with his glove or with the ball. You're out. That's it. You've been picked off. So that's it. If he steals, okay, in a steal, he takes a lead. He gets a little closer to second, a little closer, a little closer. And the pitcher throws the ball to the catcher, and he runs to second base as fast as he can. The catcher will throw the ball to second base, and the second baseman will try to tag him out. That's about 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance that you can make it or not make it. But you have to be very fast. Only the fastest players try to do that. It's complicated. It is complicated, but it's really easy. I don't know. It's complicated, but it's not complicated. In the simplest form, 3 strikes or 4 balls, you walk, you run around the bags, you try to get home, you score a run. 3 outs, you change sides. The defense becomes the offense.
It's very complicated for my mind.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Oh,
this is on my picture. On the left is a pincher. No?
No. This is probably the first baseman. This is exactly. He's picking off this. Exactly what I was just saying. He's picking off this runner.
Yeah, the right guy tries to touch base.
Yeah, looks like he's too late.
Okay.
He's getting picked off. Exactly what I was saying. This guy on the right is exactly what we were just talking about. He was too far. He was too far off base, so he couldn't get back to the base in time. Looks like that guy made it. That guy did not make it. He did not make it. You can make it or not make it. It's chancy. It's risky. You have to gamble in baseball. There's the only way to win is to take chances. But too many chances, and you hurt yourself. It's definitely extremely strategic. That's one thing about baseball. How much of a chance you take, how much physical ability, mental concentration. Yeah, you're right. It's complicated. There's so many strategies to take. This is a good one that I really want to share with you guys. Max, can you read this one?
A person with strange ideas might be described as out in left field.
Yeah.
Field.
Out in left field. Yeah. Okay. Any idea what left field is?
No.
Okay. The bases are shaped like a diamond. All right. 4 bases in the shape of a diamond. From home plate to first base, that's the first base line, all the way to the wall where the people sit. Same thing on the third base side, all the way to the wall. So you can hit the ball really far. Okay, 300 to 400 yards is usually 300 to 400 feet. Sorry, is usually the size of a baseball diamond. So out in left field, okay, well, let's look at his picture again. I should have had this picture. Okay, out in left field is from home plate, that is over to the left. That's it. The left field is from home plate facing out. That's left, center, and right field. Okay, the reason for this idiom is kind of stupid. The reason for this idiom, when you're young and you play baseball, they put the absolute worst player in left field, because at least when you're young, you're usually a little late hitting the ball, so the ball always goes to right field. Especially when you're young, you're generally just not as fast as the pitch. Not everyone, but a lot of balls go to the right. Not so much when you're a professional. Those guys are professionals. They know how to hit the ball anywhere. But until you get really, really good, if you hit the ball most of the time, it goes right. So the worst player on the team would play left field because you know he's not going to have to catch the ball. So if you're out in left field, okay. Also, a person who says something which is out of off the subject, totally off the topic. You're talking about, I don't know, world economics, and somebody says, well, you know, chameleons can change color. What? That was out of left field. Okay, meaning totally totally strange and totally out of context. Left field in English, or for Americans in English, has the context of being, well, strange, the losers, the weirdness comes out of left field.
I found a picture where it's 7 left field. Yeah.
It's 7. Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's left field. Those are the positions. Number 1 is the pitcher. Number 2 is the catcher. 3 is first base. 4 is second base. Number 6 is the shortstop. Number 5 is the third baseman. And then 7, left field. 8, center field. 9, right field. Right. That's a typical setup, defensive setup. They will move around with each batter. They will change position depending on where the batter normally hits. They'll put on different defensive strategies. Okay. Next one, Nacho, can you read this whole section here, actually?
Okay. Let us say I want to sell my car, but I do not know exactly how much it's worth. If someone asks me the price, I might give a ballpark figure or a ballpark estimate.
Okay, so the expression, also ballpark figure, ballpark estimate, in the ballpark, or you are in the ballpark. Your numbers in the ballpark is another idiom. They're all very much related. What's the ballpark, Nacho, in the real game of baseball?
The real game in the ballpark.
Yeah. Well, what is the ballpark?
The ballpark is the place where the balls are.
Okay.
Before they're used.
Okay. The ballpark is where they play the game. It's the field. The field of play is the ballpark. Okay. Because as we were looking at Max's diagram there, if you're going to get a hit, you have to it has to be in the ballpark. If it's out of the ballpark, past the fences, then it's a home run. If it's too far to the left or too far to the right, that's a foul ball, and you get a strike for that. So if you're keeping it, if you're in the ballpark, you're close, at least. You're not striking out. You're not fouling. You're not off course. So you're in the ballpark. You're near. You're close. Very similar to on the same page. We're on the same page, however, refers to the idea that your thinking is a lot alike. It's very similar, but ballpark we use for a lot, usually for numbers, talking about numbers. I don't know why that's odd, but it's normal. And you're asking if all these idioms are common in British English? You know, it's weird. Because I used to work with a bunch of Brits, and I use a lot of baseball idioms, really. And they always knew exactly what I meant. So I think they know them, but I'm not sure if they actually use them, to tell you the truth. They have a couple with cricket, you know. That's just not cricket. Now, okay, I'm an American. I have no idea what's going on in a cricket game. Really, I don't understand how they can score 200 or 300 points. I just don't get it. But I certainly understand it when a Brit says to me, "Well, that's just not cricket, mate." I totally get it. So I think they understand them pretty much. I'm not sure if they say them though. Okay, there we go. In the ballpark. However, if we say it's not in the same ballpark, okay, can be used like on the same page. I can say your number is not in the same ballpark, or I could say that we are not in the same ballpark in general, meaning we really can't agree on anything. And finally, okay, Nader, when we've got a whole new ball game. When a situation changes completely, we say that is a whole new ball game. Okay, now, all right. This expression, it's a whole new ball game. Frankly, sports announcers use this. It's a 180. Yeah. It's very similar. It's anybody's game. Well, it's anybody's game now. If there's any kind of competition, that's a related expression. We use this. It's a whole new ball game. A lot in business. Business is competition. So something happens and changes everything, changes the dynamics of a competition, business competition. We say it's a whole new ball game. Or I forgot the one I was going to use. Okay, sorry. I'm a little messed up there. Okay, all right. We certainly don't have time for all those, but any last questions about America's sport, as sometimes it's called, baseball? You know, the reason I did this class with the baseball, I couldn't help myself. I'm a baseball fan, and spring training has just started a few days ago. So baseball season's right around the corner. Nacho?
Okay, a question, yes.
Sure.
When is the game finished?
When is the first game?
The game finished. When?
When is the game?
How can someone
win
the game?
Right. Okay. There's no clock in baseball, although they're threatening to try to put a clock in it. There is no clock in baseball. You don't have to worry about the clock like so many sports. Okay? The game could literally, one baseball game could, in theory, last for infinity. It could, in theory, never ever end. Because what happens, there's two teams. Each side gets, there are 9 innings. In an inning, each team gets an at-bat. So they keep batting. One side will keep batting until there's three outs. And then they switch sides. And then the second inning, they do it again, and then over and over until the 9th inning. In the 9th inning, the home team bats last. So the home team has a slight advantage always. Because they bat last, they know they have to, if they have to catch up, if they're down 1 run, or they know if they're tied, they need 1 run to win. So there's a slight advantage to being the home team, besides all your fans and the crowd and all that, and the fact that you know your field. So after 9 innings, then the game is over. So each team gets 9 times 3, 27 outs. 27 outs, you're done. However, If 9 innings are played and the score is 3-3, you keep playing. The away team will bat, and then the home team. If it's then 4-4, you keep playing. There have been games. One game I actually went to, I was actually at a game that lasted 24 innings. It didn't finish until like 3 in the morning or something. It started at like 7 at night. It was a long night. But anyway, that's it. After 9 innings or 27 outs by both teams, you're done. The game's over, unless it's tied, and then you continue. Another fascinating thing about baseball is the ballpark. Like a football pitch or a basketball court or a tennis court, the measurements are exact, and they're all exactly the same. In baseball, the ballparks are the diamond, the inner part is all the same, but the outer part, where the walls are, how far back a home run, what makes a home run, different in every park. It could be, the walls can do anything. The wall from left field to right field could do anything. It could have corners, it could be round, it could be high walls, low walls. They can do anything they want to. So every single park is different.
And do children play in the same field? The size of the field that where children play is similar?
That's okay. Well, I think they have pretty quickly they graduate them to the same size field. Yeah, pretty quickly. I think like Pee Wee League, which you're 7 or 8 years old, I think you have a smaller field. But by the time you're like 10, 11, 12, you play Little League, you're already playing on a regulation size field. Yeah, but the pitchers are slower, so the ball's easier to hit. So you can really smack that ball a long way if you make good contact. It doesn't take, you don't have to be, I know a lot of baseball players are big muscular guys, but you don't really have to be. You have to be quick with your hands. You'd be surprised. You can really hit the ball hard. You'd also be very surprised if you ever try doing this and you hit the ball. I pretty much guarantee the first time, it feels great to hit the ball with a bat, but I pretty much guarantee the first time you hit that ball, the bat will tend to vibrate. You have to learn how to grip the bat properly. If you're not gripping it perfectly properly when you hit the ball, it causes the bat to vibrate violently in your hands, and it stings. It hurts. It's not fun, really, that part. It really hurts. It goes up your arm and makes your whole arm hurt. I used to play. I used to be the catcher. Wow, catchers really get beat up. It looks like baseball is not kind of a violent sport, but I assure you that it is. I remember once catching, I got hit in the head with the bat several times. I don't know how many times, which may be why I am the way I am today. Could explain a lot. But I also remember getting the ball, wearing the mask, and having the ball stick in the catcher's mask like 1 centimeter from my eyeball, knocking me down on the ground. I'm kind of unconscious. I look up and the ball is 1 centimeter from my eyeball. Pretty scary. And everyone was laughing. Yay, American baseball. Anyway, any other questions about baseball? Looks like we're not going to get to the boxing. I got to get going. If there's no more questions. Thank you for letting me enjoy the class and talk about baseball. Obviously, if you can't tell, love the sport. Thank you guys very much for sticking with me, and I'll see you next class, next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.